An influencer demanded a free meal and tried to get me fired, so I blacklisted her from every five-star restaurant in the city. She walked into the restaurant with a camera in one hand and Entitlement in the other. "I don't pay for meals," she said. "I'm an influencer." When I politely refused, she smiled and whispered, "You'll be fired by tomorrow." She thought I was just another employee she could bully. She had no idea I wasn't just staff. I was the one who decided which influencers got invited back. Welcome back to the channel. This story is about ego, power, and what happens when someone confuses followers with influence. But before we dive in, where are you watching from? Drop your country and city in the comments. I love seeing how far this community reaches around the world. And if you enjoy dramatic stories, satisfying karma, and moments where the wrong person gets exposed, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. Trust me, by the end of this story, you'll understand why some people should never mistake attention for authority. There is a specific type of person who treats a restaurant like their personal stage and the staff like their props. I am the CEO of the Sterling Dining Group. We own 14 of the most exclusive restaurants in the country. Once a month, I put on a plain white apron and work a shift at one of my locations. I do it to stay grounded. I didn't expect to meet Tiffany. Tiffany is a lifestyle influencer with 50,000 bot followers and a 10-cent attitude. She ordered the $300 Wagyu steak, sent it back because the lighting was bad for her photo, and then demanded the entire $600 check be comped in exchange for a shoutout. When I politely explained that we don't trade steak for hashtags, she snapped. She told me I was just a plate carrier who would be looking for a new job by dessert. She didn't realize that I don't just carry the plates, I own the building they're served in. The restaurant was packed. Tiffany and her boyfriend were being loud, snapping fingers at the staff, and making the tables around them visibly uncomfortable. "Listen, honey," Tiffany said, smirking as she live-streamed my face. "Your manager is a friend of mine. If you don't bring me a bottle of Dom on the house right now, I'm going to tell my fans that this place has cockroaches. You're a nobody. You're replaceable. Now go get me my wine." The digital receipt focus, the calm refusal, the manager confrontation, and the checkmate move on the POS system. I didn't lose my cool. I just smiled and walked to the back. I didn't go to the manager to beg for my job. I went to the manager, Marcus, and told him to step aside. I logged into the master terminal. I didn't just look at her bill, I looked at her blacklist profile. We have a shared database for luxury dining. Tiffany's name was already flagged for non-payment at 3 other spots. I pulled out my phone and sent a message to the city's Hospitality Association group chat, the one that includes every Michelin-starred owner in the district. Subject: security alert, intentional fraud and harassment. Content: video clip of Tiffany threatening to lie about a health code violation to extort free luxury goods. I walked back to the table, but I wasn't carrying a bottle of Dom. I was carrying the full undiscounted bill and a notice of permanent trespass. The influencer's final post, focus, the reveal of his true identity, the social media backfire, and the total ban. "Where's the wine?" Tiffany demanded, her phone still recording. "And why is Marcus behind the bar looking like he's seen a ghost?" "Marcus is looking at his boss, Tiffany," I said, placing the bill in front of her. "And as the CEO of this group, I've decided your shoutout isn't worth $600. In fact, it's worth a lifetime ban from every Sterling property. And since I just sent your live-streamed threat to the hospitality board, you'll find that your reservations at the French Laundry and the Ivy have been canceled as well." Tiffany's face went from influencer pout to pure panic in 3 seconds. "CEO, you were wearing an apron? You can't ban me. I'm a critic." "You're a guest who tried to extort a small business," I said. "And since you're still live, why don't you tell your followers how the nobody just took away your VIP status? The bill is due now, cash or card. Or should I let the officer at the front door handle the theft of services charge?" Tiffany ended up paying the full bill with her boyfriend's credit card while crying on camera. Her followers didn't take her side. They loved the secret CEO reveal. She lost 10,000 followers overnight and is now officially banned from every high-end table in the city. She thought luxury was about being served. She forgot that the person serving you might just be the person who decides if you ever get to sit down again. I went back to the kitchen and finished my shift. The steak was delicious, and unlike Tiffany, it was actually worth the price. The dining room was thick with the tension of Tiffany's entitlement. She was actually leaning back, spinning her fork, waiting for me to grovel. I didn't say a word. I turned on my heel and walked straight to the manager's station behind the mahogany partition. Marcus, the floor manager, saw me coming and started to sweat. He'd seen Tiffany's livestream. "Sir, I am so sorry," he whispered, his voice trembling. "I was just about to head over there and comp her drinks to keep her quiet. I didn't know she'd target you." "Don't you dare comp a single cent, Marcus," I said, my voice low and steady. I pushed him aside and logged into the Global Restaurant Network, GRN, the private high-security database that only owners of the top 1% of establishments can access. I didn't just look at her tables bill. I pulled up Tiffany's guest history. Note 1. Attempted to leave without paying at Le Cirque. Note 2. Threatened staff with fake reviews at the Gilded Cage. Note 3. Credit card habitually declined for insufficient funds. She wasn't an influencer. She was a serial dine and dasher with a ring light. I took a screenshot of her currently streaming video, specifically the part where she threatened to lie about cockroaches to extort a $500 bottle of champagne. I uploaded it to the GRN fraud alert board. "Marcus," I said, handing him my apron, "call the city's hospitality association. Tell them the CEO of Sterling Group is issuing a red flag on guest ID 4409, and then call the police. We're going to have a little talk about theft of services." I didn't put the apron back on. I adjusted the cuffs of my $5,000 bespoke shirt, the one I'd been hiding under the polyester uniform, and grabbed the undiscounted check. I didn't walk back as a waiter. I walked back as the man who signed the lease. Tiffany didn't notice me walking back at first. She was too busy talking to her phone camera. "So guys, the waiter is probably crying in the walk-in right now. This is what happens when you don't show respect to creators. We're about to get that dom for—" She stopped. Her eyes traveled from my shoes, handmade Italian leather, to my face, which no longer wore the customer service mask. "Where's the apron?" she stammered, her phone wobbling. "And where is my manager friend?" "Marcus isn't your friend, Tiffany. He's my employee," I said, placing the $600 check on the table. "And as the CEO of the Sterling Dining Group, I've decided your influence isn't a currency we accept here. In fact, your credit is no good anywhere in this zip code." Tiffany's boyfriend, who had been hiding behind his menu, turned white. "CEO? Tiffany, you said he was a trainee." "I like to see how my guests treat trainees, Tiffany." I leaned in, my voice dropping to a whisper that her microphone definitely caught. "It tells me everything I need to know about who deserves a seat at my tables. You failed." Tiffany tried to rally. "You can't do this. I have 50,000 followers. I'll ruin you. I'm telling them right now that I saw a rat in the kitchen." "Go ahead." I gestured to her phone. "But you might want to check your comments first. My social media team just posted the security footage of you threatening to lie for free wine to the city's hospitality board. You didn't just get banned from my restaurants. Every Michelin-starred spot in the city just received your photo and your fraud alert profile. You're blacklisted." Her phone screen was scrolling at light speed now. The comments weren't "Yas Queen" anymore. They were "busted," "scammer," and "look at the CEO LOL." Her follower count was dropping like a stone in real time. 2 officers appeared at the entrance. "Tiffany, the check is for $600. You can pay it now, or you can explain your business model to the precinct. Which is it?" She paid with 3 different credit cards until one finally cleared. She walked out of the restaurant in total silence, no longer filming, no longer influencing anyone. I went back to the kitchen, took off my bespoke shirt, and helped the busboys clear the table. Tiffany thought she was the star of the show. She forgot that the person who owns the stage is the one who turns off the lights. She wanted a free meal. She ended up with a bill she'll be paying for the rest of her career. As for me, I've got 13 more restaurants to check, and I'm always hungry for the truth.